Hi everyone, welcome to a new video here. Sublime Trader, Slime Logical Orange, and today I have with me Marco from Blockgems, who is going to present a bit his project that we integrated in our Discord. You will find out that this NFT tool is something that you have never seen before. So I will let Marco present it and himself for our community. Hi, Marco.
Hi, thanks for having me. So we can start from Twitter metrics. What do you think? Do you think is the best one that we can start from?
Just run us through the general vision of your project, and then we can of course go into the technicals, because people want to see the technicals and what we can achieve with your tools, of course.
All right, great idea to start from the vision. So the main problem that we wanted to solve with our tools was the possibility to enter early into new projects that are coming to the NFT space. Mm-hmm. So basically, I was on top of 5, 6, 10 Discords to try to understand the projects that were new and upcoming, and still there was stuff that I couldn't keep track of that was minting, and I say, how can I possibly have missed this? How come that I have all these energy put toward these problems and I still miss on new projects that are coming out? And so we wanted to solve the problem of getting in on relevant projects as early as possible. And so we created a couple of tools for this. And one of the tools that we have created attains to Twitter in terms of Twitter engagement. So basically to understand when a project is gaining relevance, because for instance, they're getting more and more likes, more and more replies to their tweets, more and more retweets to what they're posting. And that's one thing. And you want to see a nice progression in that, because it means that their marketing is working. And on a separate note, what we realized is that there are so many people in the space that have better information than the average Joe. They are better informed about projects that are new and upcoming that could be very good and relevant, and they have this information early. And these are typically the OGs of the space. Maybe they are big influencers, maybe they are great traders, maybe they are part of fantastic communities. And so we have compiled a list. There are more than 140 people in this list. And of course, there is Franksy, there is Cosimo de Medici, there is all these big guys. And there are also very good traders that maybe don't have a lot of followers, but are particularly good. And then we basically monitor which projects they're following recently, with an emphasis on recently. And when 3 or 4 of these people are starting to follow a new project, then we list it in our sort of short list that we will see in a second. I think that was the intro.
That's cool. But do you update the list once in a while, or do you plan on updating it?
We enrich and update the list very often, actually.
Okay.
So the last update was today. I added one more trader to the list. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we remove people. It happened multiple occasions that we also took people off the list. But as the space expands, probably we have added more people that we have removed.
Okay, cool. So without further ado, let's go to our Discord server, where we integrated Blockgems tools. In order to use this, we will need to use a command, which is, if I'm not wrong, !TT metrics.
Mm-hmm. Correct. And then you can use
the project name. So let's say
exactly
at Bored Ape Yacht Club. And when I do this, the bot will reply with the Twitter metrics for this project. And now, can you please explain what we see in the chart right here? Because I understood it, but maybe the followers also need to understand what is good, what is not good, what is a good project, how a good project needs to look like, and how an artificially increased Twitter account looks like.
Okay, so if you can click on the chart, it will pop up
Yeah.
with a bigger image.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, fantastic. So first of all, what we must state is that this tool is better suited for projects that are yet to launch. Okay, when a project has launched, you will see that the metrics become more rounded, more regular, and they're not building on more and more on the marketing. So this project is very mature already. So we do not see a lot of stuff. And what the Bored APO Club profile does is mostly they do retweets, as you can see here. And that's nothing bad per se. You know, if your project is very established, very mature, that's fantastic. But if you're trying to launch a new project, typically you want to have a lot of original content that is published by the project. You know, you want to have a lot of announcements from the publishers of the project. You want to have maybe the images of the art that is coming out, all these sorts of things. And these things are typically not retweets. They are instead original content. So this tool just shows you if a post of that project is receiving a like, then the like is counted. But if the like is to a tweet of somebody else that the profile is just retweeting, then this tool is not showing it on the chart. Otherwise, it would be misleading because the person is liking the content of somebody else. So in this case, for instance, we don't see many likes because the profile is mostly retweeting other people's stuff. So all the likes that people put to the tweets are likes to other people's posts. But if, for instance, we use another project that is launching, I don't know, today or yesterday or in 2 days, and maybe I can give you a handle if you want.
Yeah, of course. Give me a new handle.
So let's try with Anata or with Afterlife. Let's see with this one. I'll send it to you over on Discord, if that's okay.
I think you should dictate it to me.
Okay, it's better that way then. Yeah. So let's do @Anata with capital A.
Yeah.
And then NFT, it's all capitals.
Okay.
Yeah, correct. Let's see what this returns. Yeah, you see that the amount of likes and the amount of replies is incremental, you know, toward this project minted a couple of days ago. So they had the highest peaks just before mint, right?
Okay.
And this is what you want to see, right? You want to see that they are able to really build the hype prior to mint, because you want to have a lot of eyeballs on the project before they're minting, because it means that some list of those watchers will transform in buyers, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and so this
is basically we want to see the lines that are here. So the 3 reply count, retweet count, and like count. We want to see them as high as possible and as equal, well, as balanced as possible, right?
That is correct. With the highest amount of green and blue as possible, because that means that they are receiving lots of likes and lots of replies to their original content.
Of course, and maybe also every day we should, if a project is new, every day we would like to see an increasing number of like count and retweet count and reply count, of course. So yeah, absolutely. As in trading, green is good. This is good. So we are used to it. Yeah, so this is, I think this covers the Twitter engagement metrics part of your tool. So I think we should move to what I think is a real gem. So this tool right here is when I heard about it the first time, I was a bit skeptical, but we tested it. I tested it myself, and it really turns out to be an amazing tool that you can use for NFT trading. And I think we should go ahead with the command, and you can explain along the way. So the command is OG following, if I'm not wrong.
That's correct.
OG following. Now this command, I will actually post it once per day, because we don't really need everyone to make requests every time. So I will post request once per day, and we will have this whole data pooled in our Discord every day with new NFT projects. And I will let Marco explain what is happening here, because we have a lot of Twitter links, and the first time we see them, we don't really understand, okay, NFT projects, what does that mean?
Absolutely. So what this tool does is that it will start returning you a list of projects that some of the OGs in the space have started to recently follow. So of course, the most important projects are projects that are already very, very well known. The typical example is Moonbirds, right? Or ApeCoin. But as you go further down the list, you will find projects that are less known. And for instance, now if I show you MBA, this is a relatively new project, but it's also well known. But we have had these projects in our lists since they were certainly below 10,000 followers, and they were not so up in the list. The profile picture was different. They were really early stage. So the really good thing about this tool is that it can put on your radar projects that are new, and you will start seeing when they gain relevance, because maybe after a couple of days of calling the tool, you see that they move up in the list. If projects are moving up in the list, it means that they're gaining more relevance in the space, because more OGs, more important traders, more influencers are indeed starting to follow that project. So for instance, an interesting example is the example of Anata that you just saw.
Anata, which is here.
Yeah, exactly. It's an interesting example because this tool put Anata on our map on February the 15th. Okay, so super early. They didn't even have a profile picture. And then for this happened for a week, and then it disappeared. It went out again, and then it came back in when it was really close to mint. So this shows you that as projects gain relevance or lose relevance, they could get in and out. But also, it's a pretty interesting tool for projects that are fairly unknown yet, but that few people.
Like for example, Ape Drops right here, which has 1,000 followers. Maybe this can be a good a good example of a project that can do very, very well in the coming weeks.
Yeah, so this is a good example of a project that you should put on your radar. Tomorrow or the day after, if you see that the amount of followers and the amount of people in our list following it is increasing, then it means you are receiving a stronger and stronger signal.
Okay, so we have an explainer here. So these two guys are from the OG list that you curate yourself. And these two guys are following Ape Drops. And if we have more guys on your list that are following this project, and we also see that the followers increase, well, we get a strong social signal for this NFT project, and this might be a good buy.
Yep, that's the idea.
Okay, this is very, very nice, and I think that we can really use this tool in order to establish what is worth something in the NFT space, because we have so many NFT projects running, appearing every day, that we really don't. Sometimes we don't know what is good and what is not good, and Twitter metrics can be fake sometimes. I know that a lot of projects use fake followers and fake retweets and fake everything, you know. But if we get an OG that is following a project, and you get another and another and another, this is a very good social signal that it is probably going to worth something in the future. So I think that we covered it all, Marco. So thank you for being with me right here, and see you maybe soon with other tools that you might get out for your project.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for being here. So this is all for today, guys. See you in the next video.